Hello, my students. I'd like to help you with this review page. Let's start with number 1. Which of the graphs above depicts a decrease in demand? Well, to help you, I've taken this little kind of reference page, and you might want to repeat something like this on your 3x5 card when you take the test. We see the first graph is a demand shift increase to the right. It's a price increase and a quantity increase. Demand shift decrease to the left is a decrease in price and decrease in quantity. Since question 1 is asking about a decrease in demand, and a decrease in demand is B. 2, increase in supply, supply shift increase, C. 3, increase in demand, A. 4, decrease in supply, D. Number 5, we're looking for something, or the graph depicts an increase in the price of labor and an increase in the quantity demanded of labor. So if we have higher quantity, increase in quantity, and higher price, then where we see both price increase and quantity increase is A. So that's the answer to number 5. Here, we'll keep on moving along. Assume the graphs are depictions of the market for pizza. Suppose the Surgeon General warns the nation about the danger of hyperfromagia, which is excessive cheese intake. Then we would expect that some people would eat less pizza since it's so cheesy and good. So we're looking for a decrease in demand in this case. That would show B. Number 7, a increase in the price and a decrease in quantity. So where do we see higher prices? The price increases both in A and a price increases in D. But we're looking for both an increase in price and a decrease in quantity. That is D. Number 8, assume that the graph depicts above represents the market for suntan lotion. Which of the graphs depicts the effect of chilly weather ending and only hot weather expected for the next few months? Well, people are going to want to buy more suntan lotion. That's an increase in demand, so it's A. Number 9. Which of the graphs depicts the change in the market for the iPhone 4 since 2014? Well, after 2014, there were better iPhones than the iPhone 4, so there was a decrease in demand for the iPhone 4, and that's the decrease in demand graph, B. Number 10. Assume that consumers expect the price of gold to rise sharply in the future. What depicts the effect on the gold market now? So the expectations of higher gold prices cause there to be an increase in demand right now. Number 11. Pancakes are depicted. What depicts the effect from an increase in the price of flour and sugar? Since flour and sugar are both inputs into pancakes, if the cost of flour and sugar are both more expensive, then the cost of making pancakes goes up, and that causes a decrease in the supply of pancakes. So we're looking for a decrease in supply. That's D. Number 12. Which of the graphs depicts an improvement in technology? Technology improvements cause an increase in supply. That's C. Which of the graph depicts an increase in population? Population increases show an increase in demand. That's A. Which of the graph depicts a decrease in the number of suppliers? Number of suppliers increasing means an increase in supply. That's C. Assume the graphs in exhibits 3.3 are depictions of the market for cocoa futures. Cocoa, of course, is what you use to make chocolate, and cocoa futures are what is expected to be the future value of the cocoa crop. So if we're thinking about the result of drought and fires reducing the yield from cocoa crops, we would expect there to be a decrease in the supply of cocoa. When there's a decrease in the supply of cocoa, we see what we see in graph D. So the cost of cocoa futures will go up, and the quantity of cocoa futures will go down. We'll have the D will be the answer for that one. Now, question 16. These graphs are now depictions of the market for straw brooms, and suppose a new YouTube fad known as the Straw Broom Challenge begins to sweep the nation. Which graph illustrates the result? Well, it sounds like there's going to be an increase in demand for straw brooms, so that's A. Number 17. Depicts an increase in the price of a substitute good. Well, if there's some substitute good that we are could buy instead of our good, but since it's more expensive than ever, then that's going to cause an increase in the demand for our good because the substitute good is more expensive than it used to be. That's also A, once again, an increase in demand causing an increase in price of our good and an increase in the number of units of our good being sold. The next few we're going to take a look at. Assuming the graphs represent the market for ramen noodles, then we take a look at ramen noodles and we know that ramen noodles are an inferior good. So if there's a decrease in the average income in our market, then people will buy more ramen noodles since ramen noodles help to fill up the belly for just a few pennies, and that's what an inferior good does. You sell more of it when incomes decrease, less of it when incomes increase. So it's an increase in demand. That's A once again. Number 19, which depicts the change in market for security devices after a wave of thefts. Well, thefts are a substitute to security devices. So if thefts increase, then the demand for security devices will also increase. And we have graph A once again. Number 20, assume that investors expect the price of oil to fall sharply in the future. What does the graphs depict the effect of the oil market now? The anticipation of a drop in oil prices will cause there to be a decrease in the demand for oil right now. That's graph B. Now we're looking at pancakes again, but this time the producer of pancakes are seeing an increase in the price of maple syrup. Since the price of maple syrup is going to cause there to be a decrease in the demand for pancakes, then as a producer you would expect to make less pancakes because you don't want to have too many pancakes made, and that is a decrease in supply, and that's graph D. The depicts a decrease in population. Now we're just testing on the other side. A decrease in population is B, decrease in demand. The cost of labor decreases. Labor is an input, so it makes it easier to be a supplier if you can hire people at a lower cost. And so the construction market is no exception, and there's going to be an increase in supply of construction and construction jobs because of the decrease in the cost of labor. C. 24. Assume that new regulations are imposed on the hotel industry. New regulations cause there to be a decrease in supply. That's graph D. 25. Which of the graphs depicts a decrease in the price of a substitute? Well, when substitutes become less expensive, then the demand for our product becomes less desirable. So it's a decrease in demand. That's seen in B. Thank you very much.